Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we finally have enough money to pay off Garte and get ourselves a room. But before we do that, I could have sworn I already did this, but let's see about the person who I think has my gun.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep.
Logic error. She's not sleeping right now.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now? Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever. Yeah, the thing is, the way she says pigs so much, I feel like she's the one who bought my gun, maybe. Could be someone else, obviously, but suspicions. A garden hose. A door which I assume is locked. Must be another way in, you say. I suspect that there is. Or that works too. Bunch of stuff I'd have no use for, really, but I might have to come back in the morning for this. Yeah. Unless there's another way up there? No. Okay. Curtain shift just a little. Someone's watching from within.
Trying to sneak up.
Okay, fine. We'll bother you in the morning, probably. Actually, yeah, let's get at least one more morale in us before things turn out poorly. And I think today we're really just gonna focus on, you know, going home. And by going home, I mean going to our apartment, getting some sleep, and maybe sneaking out and examining the body afterwards. Maybe. If all goes according to plan. Because it is now 1 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, maybe not the best time to be interrogating people. Or it might be the best time to be interrogating people. But I don't think they'll talk to me because, you know, they're probably asleep, so it's fine. Last episode was weird, though, with some of the set pieces. Can I have those? Oh, you locked this up too? Dang it, Garte. Causing me trouble.
Can I help you?
It's about that money. I got your money. Yeah, I am kind of sorry for the trouble. Great, thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I'll just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance, starting tomorrow. I need to get 100 real per day? I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the bar counter. All doors lock automatically at 2100. Whew. Oh, okay, it's only 20 real per night. That's fine. Oh. I was kind of wondering where Kim would be staying. But, yeah, okay. Of course. He takes the money and hands him a keyring. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? Did I see anything else? I don't think I did. No. Bye for now. Actually, can we talk for a minute, Kim?
Yes?
Tell me about the case. Because I haven't actually, you know, done this before. I probably should have gotten a debriefing a lot earlier. But let's take care of this now. And then get some rest and betray your trust, as planned. Ah yes, the case brief you missed. Now I remember. He opens his notes. Brief, yes, that sounds good. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. Security guard, huh? An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days, no one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There's an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company, Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was? A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. Mercenary. Okay, this was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. Why didn't we know anything about the caller? They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There's strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing, too. We cannot allow that. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. That's right. Thank you. Feel like I should have known that earlier, but okay. Would you say this is a mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question a moment before answering, no, it's not a particularly mysterious case. Really? Why not? The lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. White male in his 40s? What more do you need? Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy? Could it be, Kim? There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was. Are you sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering? Maybe there's a... Why is this an option that I have? Maybe there's a young woman involved. Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one, in fact, part of a murder-sex cult. The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic. Wow, that's mega sexy. It doesn't have to be a cult. It can just be sex murder. It doesn't have to be murder, it just can be sex. Yeah, I mean... Wow, really? That's mega sexy. No, not really. Was there anything else? Fair. It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist, even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it, sit on a bit, then hit him with it. Curious. But okay, if we're from different precincts, yeah, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a, he considers the phrasing, a pissing competition. Excuse me? What do you mean, you don't know? His eyes narrow. I assumed you were in on it. You know what I'm in on. Retrograde amnesia. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. Cop-off? It's just stupidity. The lieutenant shakes his head. What kind of stupidity? The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality, so we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion. Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. It was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But, he leans in, I assure you I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition. So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness, on the contrary. Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says cases solved, the other confirmed kills. Close your eyes briefly. The rows are endless. Look for Precinct 41. Jean Vicamere, Judy Minot, a special consultant, what was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness. Your brothers have left you. Well, very well. For some reason I thought you had 104 solved cases. Well, technically, the lieutenant said, somewhat sheepishly, the official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides. A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats. Let's be honest, 102 is pathetic, a very small number. So you're still a good cop, right? I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus. What's special about Martinez exact... Oh, excuse me, choking to death here. What's special about Martinez? Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist. Wonder what that says about me that I was sent by my station. He raised an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. It's all part of the master plan, you see. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified. No, let's go with the, apocalypse cop kind of deal. Can you guess my message? Better not to relay it. I agree, too dark. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move on. So you volunteered to spoil it? Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoil sport. The lieutenant appears pleased with this. Cute. Okay, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else. It's a whole pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it. Let's apply some of this logic. Why did the 41st send me? Look at you, it's because you're a failure. They set you to Slight, Precinct 57. Wait, no, that can't be right. Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win. Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck-up? Like, as a joke? I've considered it. His voice is somber. But it's not true, right? I don't think I can say one way or another. I do think it's somewhat unlikely, though. Why is that? I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win. Ha, so you are their finest. I am the finest of nothing. Do you really see me as a safe bet? Safe? No, but you're old. You made it this far. Something has brought you through. We only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet, but it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke, and even if they did, they're in for a surprise. Yeah, you seem to be following me. Excuse me? Nothing, just an observation. You have a, he's looking for the right words, a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. What do you mean distinctive? I mean, don't take this the wrong way, it's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. How's that? They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erotic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers. Interesting. Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting. You're kidding me. Why containers? I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on. Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his... I wish I remembered how to pronounce this. Oyurville? Yes, that's how that word is pronounced. He regrets bringing it up. I kind of want to try that, but also, I want to just talk about you. Yes, you, Kim. I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. We'll work better together if we have more rapport. A fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? You're wearing glasses. That's correct. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. No, I don't. Glasses are cool, I guess. Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome. Hey! Glasses are cool. I wear glasses. They are delightful. Anyway, you don't like other people around here, I've noticed. That's because I'm half Soul-white. Well, quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. He shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. What is Seoul? It's a part of the world, officer, a geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. Told you it wouldn't be interesting. Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, peninsulary state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious. You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seoulite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular Revacholier. Like Seoul as in the capital of Korea. This is yet more evidence that I think this is a post-apocalyptic setting, maybe. Maybe. I don't know, there's just a few too many things going on. Tell me a secret about yourself. Lieutenant narrows a single eyebrow. No. Oh, okay. Lieutenant nods. Do you ever talk with yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? Your rhetoric, for example. I have no idea what you're talking about. Lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case. I get it, you're one of those old school detectives. So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side. The lieutenant produces his familiar mnemotechnique? Yeah. A6 and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You are super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special. That's all for now. Have anything else to tell me about the, case again? Nah, don't worry about it. No reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay, I did. Oh, okay. Mega cool. I've heard enough. Actually, I have all I need for now. I will try this now. Ah, only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul. Ooh, that could have killed me. One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you. Who abandoned me? Huh. Curious. Very curious. More importantly, I have a skill point, and I learned something via the internet. Bam. I wish to unlock it. Yes. Actually, I do want to know more about the 15th Indo tribe. Wild Pines, Kupri, Tricentennial, Villagers, and La Salle. Names of Ravisholian Indo tribes spring into your head. Selu said the mention of Wild Pines were all monopolies, octopuses, and swordfish. Most of them gone now. YBP, Expander, Saint Baptiste, Brightest Star, LUM, Resplendent, East Insulindic, Welter, and El Cassette. But isn't one missing? Wait, no, there were only 14. Then why do you feel there was a 15th Indo tribe? And I am curious enough that I want to know about it. Yeah. Temporary. Oh no, there is no problem with it. Like, no temporary research bonus or penalty. Okay. Okay. Feeling pretty good about this. And now that I know, I have, you know, just in case. Knock? You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me. The door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it. Ooh. Here's something off with my character. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. The what now? The living shit! Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words, it wants smokes. Am I a smoker? Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub. Still smoldering deliciously. But you broke it in the filter, I can't smoke that. How very astute of you, this renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that, a carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied, then smoke them all. I should enthusiastically do that? No, I should not do that. I'll think about it. Good thing about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy stacks of tobacco all the time, though. Doesn't count if it's not all the time. And then when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. New task, find smokes and smoke them. Plus smoking gives them massive bonuses. I kind of wish I had discarded that thought, but oh well. Oh wait, did I leave something behind this entire time? The door to the room you redecorated. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our
Oh.
progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Cool, let's go. I mean, not much progress. I got this nice, cool, coat and my gloves. So, that's nice. I don't know what else we've made in terms of progress, so... The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual. Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. Thanks, electrochemistry, you're kind of a jerk, but anyway. I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes, Kim? Actually, yeah, how did you get so cool, Kim? The light of his cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. You mean this? He flicks the ash. This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy. Keeping the habit within the parameters he gives himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Right then, the debrief. Return to it. Yes, he pulls on the cigarette. It's been a long and eventful day. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM? They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. 1,000? Why not more? The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Isn't that an easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. He frowns. It undermines trust in the RCM. Ah. Okay, what else? We could arrest people, of course, but rather than bring someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. I'm sorry, but how can you be sure the arrestee will show up? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. I see, and if someone resisted? Or resists? As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we're permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. What happens to people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couronne and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. He taps on his coat pocket and where he keeps his notes. And who makes all these rules? The coalition government? Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order, no more, no less. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. Or perhaps it's better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Let's say it was the citizens of Revachol. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern, whoever they are, leaves us the right to keep the peace in the city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. Or if they think you do. The moral intern, what is it? The moralist? Ah, moral intern. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. He pulls on his cigarette. You know who they are. They run this place after the revolution failed. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Rial Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What's their symbol? Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that. Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They're DeLorean. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by her innocent Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. Who was Dolores Day? A historic figure? The author of the modern age? He thinks you'll have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. Okay, what do you think of them? The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change, and he looks at the city below. It doesn't look like that's about to happen. I have an opinion on the moral intern. Hum. Do you? The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing on his fingers. I've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We're in what is called the twilight of the international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we're simply vigilantes. Yeah, vigilantes sounds bad. Or maybe we should make our own law. Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop, but hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. He looks at the roundabout. How do you think today went? Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I'd say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. I'm not sure I'm convinced about that, but sure. In addition, we got that body down from the tree, and we performed a field autopsy on the victim. Found some things we can really work with. I feel like we missed something, but at least the corpse has been refrigerated. We performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. He's right, you could smell it, that something's missing, even under the overpowering odor of the corpse. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to in Martinez, I mean... He takes a deep drag and looks at the city. That's my forte. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is in our line of work. I mean... Yes, well, we talked to some people. Including Everett Clare, a daunting adversary if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everett. I'm sure I can get him to tell us more. Claire also helped you. How should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. Big relief. It's a very serviceable name, too. Moving on. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. He frowns. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait till we get up tomorrow. Oh. Oh no. Yes, it's part of the Jamrock Shuffle, you know. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Nah, I'm training for a long-distance run. I want to raise money for charity. He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarettes. It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those heels. He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green, goes with the orange. Say nothing, just look into the night. The dying lights of the city shimmer below, slowly, like luminous clouds. They pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks into the sky, 2 glowing circles. Finally, he pulls on the cigarette and says, they really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. Why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company. Not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks. And in Jamrock and the GRIH? He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky and says, we run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... He shakes his head. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, this city would disintegrate. Well, I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least do some good. Me too, he says quietly. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes. He's very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older. Thank you for this. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. Looks to the door. Thing is, I got an extra skill point and I have a body to investigate, so... We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So, Kim. I think this is where we part ways, yeah? See you in the morning. Yeah, see you too. What is this? It's an empty cassette case. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. Should have sent a poet. Ah. Let the mirror stop for now. Chain cutters, you say? Yeah, I'm not putting on the bum hat. Thank you. Chain cutters? Eh. Okay, we can give this a shot. Use your chain cutters to fix the faucet. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror. Oof, not great. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You probably never have been a plumber. That is unfortunate. Again, I should have worn the right gloves for that, but that's a check I'm less concerned about. Pull on light bulb. Pull again to turn the lights off. Right. Forgot about that. Now I could. The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 2100. Yet not just yet, so... We're doing pretty well with Kim, but it's time to, you know... go out there, see about investigating that body on our own. Just a little bit more, just a tiny bit. And I need to remember what skill I need to use. And we'll just put the point into that. And all will be well. I do wonder, though. I wonder if it's possible to get into an unwinnable situation. Like if you don't have enough money to pay for your room. Well, while I'm on my own, let's go ahead and grab what we need. Well, I don't really need it, but... Body's reluctant to let go of the boots as though they were its last bit of dignity. Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia in the cold draft coming from deep within the fridge. Well, in the right boot? It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot. Well, in the left boot? Feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. Just relax. This is easy. This is happening. Adjust his seating position first. He's too heavy to move by yourself. A great mass of dead muscles with hoarfrost covering his milky eyes. Try to twist the boots off one by one. Ah. This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off with a nasty slice of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh. Take stock of the damage. Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his legs with his claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the whirling have a kitchen? Close that door. Actually, no. Tell me something, dead man. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible? Yeah. Who were you when you were alive? Killer. Motherfucker and a killer. One of these... I was kind of hoping that one of these would be an option to dig into his throat again. Let me look at my journal real quick, because this should have my measurehead, barbell, boarded door, pile of Eternite. Ah, no, the ice bear fridge isn't one I can redo, I guess. Or... Hum. Okay. Let's look at our stats. Can I put anything more into perception? Also, where's perception again? I know I put some points into it. Why don't I see it? There it is. Dang it, where's the... Oh, it was just like a regular... I was hoping for an actual thing I could do. Harumph. Perception, sight, medium. I mean, I could do that, I guess, but... Hum. Okay. Hey, you stinking, you're boring. Do I remind you of someone? A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously. Myself in the bathroom mirror. There you go, look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you'll be just like me, just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks. Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level? More like days, Capo. Clock is ticking, your liver tells you so. Oh. What have I done to myself? See, that's the hint, though. It's inside him, but I can't... Maybe I can only do that if I have... Yeah. Maybe I need Kim with me in order to do that. But I got the boots I wanted. For the sake of having them, really. Although, interestingly, they seem to twist off, which has me asking other questions. Also, I am worried that I have a few toes in there, which... God, that's gross. That's just really so gross. Anyway, moving along with our increased perception, and we're going to try to see if we can get in the kitchen. If we can't and it has to wait till tomorrow, that's fine, but let's find out. Would you please let me into the kitchen? Garte, please.
Can I help you?
Oh, dearie me. You realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300. No need for a superstar charm or Sambo style antics here. Sambo is an acronym for Samaritan boxing. Graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool, just letting you know. Thanks, Encyclopedia, actually. I kind of sort of figured, but, thanks. Alright, well, I'm going to call this a successful day, and our first day is officially almost over. Day 1 of minimum 5 and maximum 10, if I recall correctly. I read a review, and I can't remember what they said the max and the min were, but day 1 is done. Let's crawl on into this cold and not particularly inviting bed. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. Go to bed. And then sleep doesn't come. But I want to sleep. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault? Check the pillow. Its synthetic filling is separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. The smell of alcohol and sweat and grease. Check the blanket. Barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here. Intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. Roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with, what was it the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brainwaves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch and you sleep and images start forming. Oh? Oh? Why ain't this a thing? Oh! Bloated corpse of a drunk.
Remember the scent of your childhood.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I'm sorry, who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
Hear about what?
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I left.
Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. While you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone, and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What's Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Yeah, this voice is familiar.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be
Continue.
back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from
You're
this.
not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve the case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
What happened to me? Oof. Okay. Harry has had it rough. Or at least has it rough. Although from the sound of things, he might deserve some of that. Good going, buddy. Oh my god, what the hell was that? Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. What the hell's going on with me? I mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. Why is this happening? It's just your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Wait, what is speed? Speed is potent central nervous system stimulate. It kept you propped up all day yesterday despite your debilitating hangover. How else do you think you even got up from the floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world. No, I can take this. I'm not going to go up looking for speed. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days, basically a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3, you won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then, you'll be fired. That's a lie, I can do this well at speed. Half the town won't be dead. Suit yourself, slow, sad shellman. See how you do without your spark. Oh. Well, we've learned new things about ourselves. Things I am not the happiest to know about. Boots with rotting flesh. These boots were probably left on the corpse because they were impossible to pull off while it was hanging. It's not exactly pleasant to look at right now, much less smell. You'll know more about them once you run the serial number you found. Isn't there a saying about walking in another man's shoes? You seem too much to be that naive, even if you don't remember it. You'll never know what it was like to be him. Will I ever be able to wear them? The size seems about right once you get that foul-smelling flesh gunk out. Put them away for now. Okay. Day 1 completed, and, well, we know slightly more about ourselves. For better or worse. Mostly for worse, it seems. Oof. But for now, thank you for your time. Like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly, and I will see you all soon, and we'll see what Tuesday does to us. Bye.